Hello, I'm here with Dave from Soundcloud.
Hello.
And so what have you been doing during MIDEM?
So MIDEM, well, one of the big things was MIDEM Hack Day, although I know you've spoken to a lot of hackers, so probably viewers know all about that.
The organizer, one of the hackers.
Yeah, indeed. The other thing that I did was I was judging at MIDEM Lab. The winners got announced today. The winner in our category was MP Me, which was kind of innovating around discovery and radio, which is a really interesting angle. Yeah, I think that was really exciting. It's great to see MIDEM kind of fostering the new startups in.
Big emphasis on it.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, there's so many, but it's great that they get an opportunity, and there is a kind of the best ones will rise to the top.
Yeah.
And I think what I've noticed is there's a lot of room for kind of there's a lot of platforms, people like SoundCloud or Songkick or YouTube, and we've all kind of built these building blocks for people to go and build this kind of extra layer of value on top. So whether that's adding a kind of curation layer or discovery layer or recommendation layer or making things more interactive. So it's been interesting to see a lot of those startups kind of taking all those ingredients and then really delivering a great experience to the kind of the fan or whoever it is that they're serving. I wanted to see more. I was judging like recommendation, discovery and creation, and for me it was a shame that there wasn't more creation stuff. It was all about discovery and the problem of there's so much music, how do we, which is a valid problem.
It's a really valid problem because of the internet now, because of SoundCloud and
but
originally MySpace. There's just so much music.
But there's a lot of people working on that problem. I just think there's a huge wave of innovation that needs to happen around collaboration and creation. And I was actually just talking to Mark about his agile music, and I really think nowadays consumers, they want to, consumption has been so commoditized.
Yes.
So there is innovation happening on that level, but we're only delivering incremental value. Whereas if you look at creation, there's this massive gap where we could be delivering huge value to consumers who, people now, if you look at Facebook, why it's really popular, people aren't just reading stuff, they're creating, they're interacting, they're commenting. The same with Tumblr. I mean, even though Tumblr, it's a lot of people use Tumblr to repurpose other people's creations, but that, curating those things and, kind of interacting with other people that you're following your feed, that's the thing that the consumers really like. So I think if the music industry can kind of get beyond some of the consumption stuff, which is still important and needs to be
now the way the emphasis is changing at MIDEM, it's going to start encouraging this kind of
exactly. And I think that's why it's really great to be encouraging those people, because the other important thing is ultimately, I think the technologists and developers need to be left alone a little bit to innovate, because if there's barriers on them, they're not going to be able to innovate. But then at some point they need to get together. You can't do it in isolation, and getting 2 or 3 people from different disciplines together in the same place make for something magic. So I mean, that's one of the ways, MIDEM and
how many million users?
With SoundCloud, 10 million users.
10 million.
So yeah, that's been really great. It's been great hearing lots of people who are using SoundCloud and finding it useful.
I use it for my band. I use it for demos. So for record industry stuff. So I keep the page private. And then I also use it for the public stuff.
Yeah, great.
And I noticed that it's really good for distributing my music around the web, going on blogs, going on I use it as my music player on my website.
Okay, great. So, and I mean, it's awesome to see people using it in so many different ways. And it isn't just the music I know we're at a music kind of thing, but if you look at SoundCloud, we've had, I think, 3.3 million tags of people describing their sound.
Really?
And you look at a lot there's so much non-music, people like politicians, system journalism, people capturing sound. Me, I've been doing audio blogs and capturing, so yeah, it's really exciting. So.
Cool. Well done.
Yeah,
Anyway,
excellent.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.